Hey guys, I've got some pretty interesting news to share with you all. So Joseph Staten very recently went on a podcast and was asked a few questions about Halo Infinite in Season 2. And Joe Staten was asked if 343 would ever consider bringing old Halo maps to Halo Infinite. And Joseph Staten's response was quite interesting to say the least. So very quickly, I want to show you what he said.
Why don't you just bring back the maps from the old games and put them into Halo Infinite, and that could kind of be a buffer while we have this extended season? Can you kind of explain why you can or cannot do that with just the flip of a switch?
That's a good idea, Paris.
Oh.
I mean, all kidding aside, like,
yeah.
I can talk about some things, but I can't talk about other things.
Right.
Like, there are some great Halo maps. I think we all have our personal favorite. Guardian, Gulch, Pit. Like, there are a lot of maps that are awesome, right? I think it'd be awesome to play on those maps again. Don't you guys? Like, that sounds like a fun thing.
I think it would be a fantastic thing.
So this may not seem like much, but to me, I truly think Joseph Staten was hinting at classic maps coming to Halo Infinite far sooner than we ever thought. The fact that he mentioned Guardian, Blood Gulch, and the Pit, I weirdly think he name-dropped those maps in particular because they're coming first to the game. Now here's what I find interesting about all of this. Halo Infinite's Forge has been flighted to a very small amount of people, or I guess you could say a group of Forgers that have been doing Forge for quite some time have actually had their hands on Halo Infinite's Forge, and I would not be surprised one bit if 343 tasked them with creating classic maps for Halo Infinite. And Halo Infinite's Forge is going to have so many more customization options compared to, say, Halo 5, and they quite possibly will look closer to dev-made maps, unlike Halo 5's just grey blocky maps. Even still, Halo Infinite will take whatever it can get, and hearing Joseph Staten kind of purposely hint at this was honestly really good to see. I think it's worth noting that Guardian, Blood Gulch, and the Pit are all fantastic maps and extremely memorable, which means that if 343 were to release these maps into the game, those maps alone would generate a ton of hype, because people would be so curious to see how they played with Halo Infinite's movement, gunplay, and equipment. And just to hype you up a little bit more, Halo Infinite is going to be receiving monthly updates in the form of drop pods, and these deliver quality of life updates as well as features and content. And the big man Joe Staten did talk about those updates and did tell us that whenever content is ready, 343 will get it out the door and won't wait for a new season. So I honestly think Joe was hinting at these classic maps coming to the game really soon. Maybe not in May, but possibly June or July. That would honestly be insane. But of course, this is me just speculating on what Joseph Staten just said, so we'll have to see what 343 do, but consider me excited. Alrighty guys, I will leave it there. If you enjoy these short videos, keeping you up to date on everything Halo Infinite, be sure to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Have a good one.